right, let's take a look at the Livius practice platform and really how to leverage this tool in your preparation process. So there's a lot of things that you can leverage here in your preparation process, but I want to just show you a couple quick things that I think are going to be really helpful as you really look to kind of be efficient with your preparation. So one of the things that we talk about in all of our prep programs is that it's going to be pretty critical that you're familiar with the academic subjects that are going to be covered on the test, right? And so everyone's always wondering, have I learned enough in school to really be successful in these exams? What this program does, and actually, if you click on the home button first, you will be taken to an 18-week program that basically covers all the academic subjects you are going to cover on the test. So if you go through this program over these 18 weeks, if you do these 18 weeks of lessons, you will know the academic subjects that are going to be on the test, regardless of what you learned in school. So the good part is that there's a couple warm-ups at the beginning just to kind of get you ready, right? So for example, if you take a look at the SAT reading warm-up, you can see you start a quiz here. It just kind of gets your mind really functioning in the right way for you to go ahead and learn what's a part of that lesson. So the lessons are broken up by weeks. It really takes about 45 to 60 minutes. So you don't have to do one once a week. You can do 2 or 3 a week, 3 or 4. It's not a ton of work, but the idea is to really make sure that you feel confident heading into the exams, that you know the academic subjects that are going to be covered. Okay. So there's academic subjects, meaning in terms of understanding the knowledge, and then there's really being able to do the practice questions, right? So what we have are a couple tools. Well, we have several tools, but the first tool I want to show you is the quiz on demand. So you can select quizzes by different subjects. You can see that here. You can just select them as you would like, but the quiz on demand is a really popular tool. Here's why. So if you're accessing this tool, then you've probably already taken one of our practice tests or the comparison tests, which gives you a blueprint report on the areas you need to focus on to improve your score, right? So that whole score yield thing that we talk about. So the good part is that the question types and the subjects are aligned to those score yield types. So you can focus in on getting stronger at those specific areas. So for example, you want to select math, pick the question type, right? So it could be grid-ins or multiple choice. We know a lot of kids struggle with grid-ins. And they can select the topics that you're struggling with in terms of score improvement, right? So let's say it was just algebra, coordinate, or data interpretation, and then let's say inequalities, right? So then create a quiz, number of questions, boom, you're ready to go. And your quiz is right there. And you can go ahead and complete that and you'll get a score at the end. So that's kind of how the quiz builder works. The last thing I just want to show real quickly is that you do have access to full-length practice tests that you can go ahead and take on here at any point, okay? Now, what we're always going to recommend is that you don't use those right away because you're going to want to kind of build your skills related to these practice questions as well as kind of the academic subjects. Don't forget, you're also going to have access to all of our strategies, which is the third component. We don't include that on here because that's not really something we want to test. That's a strategy you're going to want to learn and adopt and then leverage that strategy when you do the quizzes and the practice tests. Okay, so we don't want to necessarily go through these tests right away, but they are totally available for you. So if you would like to go ahead and take them, feel free to take them.